Greetings, it's Bartholomew Perez, and today's topic, the 8 considerations first-time homebuyers should make. Now, this is coming from my experience buying my first home, and considering all the vast information out there, we want not just good information, we want great information. Number 1, don't overextend your budget. You've been pre-approved, and now you have a credit line of $1 million. Well, that $1 million is the maximum that the lender is willing to loan you. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to take the 1 million. 750,000 might better fit your income and your cash flow. Taking the maximum might mean that you have to give up that vacation that you go on once a year, streaming services, giving up gym memberships. Are you willing to do this? That's something to think about. And as a homeowner, the mortgage is not the only expense that you'll have. Number 2, consider all financing options. 30-year fixed rate mortgage, that's the status quo. But a 10-year, 15-year might make more sense for you and what you're trying to achieve. There's also FHA, conventional, veteran. Those are things to consider. They can mean the difference between tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands in interest payments that you'll be making. Number 3, underinsuring your property. Now, as a homeowner, you'll have home insurance, but are you taking advantage and taking into consideration all of the owned items that you have? Computers, furnishings, electrical equipment. These are things to consider in your insurance. Failure to do so, well, accidents do happen, and who's going to pay for it if, let's say, worst case, God forbid, a fire were to happen? Homeowners insurance will cover for these sort of things. Number 4, time your move as best as possible. Now, if you've been renting for a majority of your life, well, chances are that the logical move would be at the end of your lease. Number 5, buying too little or too much of a home. Too little, well, let's say you're single, but eventually you meet a significant other, and all of a sudden that 1 bedroom, 1 bath just becomes too small for the both of you. Too much, well, you have to consider all the maintenance that has to go on, and all of a sudden you have no time for anything else but trying to take care of the maintenance of your home. Number 6, looking at expensive homes. While it might be inspiring to look at these types of homes, they might be just out of your budget, even though you were approved for $1 million of a credit line. But consider the maintenance, consider everything that goes along with that $1 million home. It might just be unrealistic right now, but who's to say that in 10 years from now, it might not be. Number 7, operating on a first home is best. Meaning, you might fall in love with the first home you see. But what about looking at 5 to 20 other homes? You might just fall in love with them just as much. There are different styles, different sizes, different locations to consider. And finally, number 8, not considering your resale value. Now, it's an exciting time because it's going to be your first home, but have an exit strategy. Are you going to be in this home for 2 years, 10 years, for the rest of your life? Have an exit plan and consider, is it going to sell at an appreciated value to what you're purchasing today? Is that $750,000 home going to be worth $1.5 million in the future? That's something to think about. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you've learned something new today. It has been a pleasure, and again, Bartholomew Perez here at your service, and until next time.